Morning. Happy Saturday. All right. I think we are set. I hope. What's up, Texas? How are you doing today? How is your weekend starting? Oh, yesterday was about what I expected. Long, tedious, problematic. Good, but stressful. So far it's been good. That is good to hear. Yeah, my weekend's going fine. I'm mentally brain drained. Um, but I figured I would at least get, I don't know, a couple hours, few hours, try to get something done. Um, so we're gonna work on some clones today. So started on him. This is a phase 1 Captain Rex. Started on him Thursday night. Obviously I didn't stream yesterday. Streamed Wednesday afternoonish. Excuse me. And Thursday. Yeah, I still gotta do the bright neutral gray and the white blue. All I did was slate gray, which you can almost not see at all. It's just in the shadows, like in some of the little alcoves, like on his stomach. So now I'm gonna cover a lot of it with the bright neutral gray and then edge highlight with the white blue. And then I think I want to go back on this guy and brighten him up. He looks good here, but when you sit him next to the other clones, he's way too bright. And so I want to brighten him up a little bit. So that is my plan for today. Got a few other, actually, that's a lie. I don't have a few other. I have tons of other miniatures waiting on me right now. Hence why I need to get something done. Because I've got, I don't know, 20, 30 sitting in my prime booth that I would like to paint, or that I'd like to prime. Sorry, they're sitting in my airbrush booth, and I'd like to prime them today. Wore my ratty jeans and a throwaway t-shirt, since I always seem to make a mess when I'm priming. Or messing with my airbrush in general. Oh, Texas, I did, it's meh, but I did, fix the card on his hat. I think I need to go back. My spades don't look like spades, and my A doesn't look like an A. And it's kind of hard to see the burn marks, especially with this lighting. Well, you can kind of see it. The burn marks from the guns. Yeah, I don't know what that symbol is. It's not a spade. Oh well. Can't wait to paint some of my projects after ReaperCon. Yeah, once I move the light, it shows pretty good. So I did fix that. So now that I know it's not some weird metal piece. And then I do have all the rest of them in the airbrush booth, ready to be ready to get some paint thrown on them. I probably should fix this guy first. I just left too much of the slate gray showing, and then next I left too much of the cool gray showing. Kill team stuff and Christmas presents to paint after the con. Yeah, I think that'd be the only, oh, maybe that wouldn't be the only thing that would stress me about conventions, but that would definitely be a big one. If I entered anything, having to get it all done in time. That seems to be everybody's stressed. I know entering stuff into like competitions or getting things prepared is, well, conventions are great for the feedback you get from the competitions. I'm gonna have to repaint some of the orange. Let me tell you. I mean, so far the feedback is pretty good. I'll just warn you right now, if I missed any of your messages, I apologize. Thankfully I got my phone right here, but I'm not getting any dings. Let me know that I'm getting new messages. You know, I don't think a Kickstarter would be that bad. I think that'd be a pretty good idea to keep one, to get more to get the name out, to get the word out. And then, yeah, anything to help offset production costs. I think that'd be a pretty good idea. You think you'd add some of the future models as like stretch goals and things like that? Which, speaking of, if anyone is curious as to what we're talking about and interested in some pretty dang cool Wild West anthropomorphic miniatures, head over to that link. Maybe the fantasy version. Okay, that's kind of what I was wondering. You'd tag that into it. What do you think, starting it right after ReaperCon? And what do you think the pledges would run? Yeah, so now bright neutral gray. And just, I'm going to switch back and forth between these two, but I'm just trying to lighten this one up. Alright. It's not horrible. I think that's a pretty good idea. How many more, I think you've already told me this. How many more, are you planning on adding to the Wild West theme? Okay. 12 total, and we're at 8 right now. Is that right? Okay, so 4 more for the Wild West with potential expansion. And then you're looking at the fantasy set as well. Similar numbers. Okay. That would be cool. That would be very cool. With the Chunky Badger and starting on Leonardi. Is it is it gonna be a chunky Leonardi or just the same Leonardi that I had? That I have. Small eye here's okay. We'll pray about it. That works for me. Yeah. It is coming, before we know it. Depricon will be here. Yeah, I definitely left way too much slate gray showing on here. Way too much. And in turn, I left way too much cool gray showing then. Really led to a very dark armor. Especially compared to the other or clone troopers. Whatever they are. Whatever these guys are called. I have finished assembling all of the Empire miniatures that I have. There are a few more on the way. Like the, what is it, Leaders of the Empire? Oh, I'm still zoomed in, aren't I? Sorry. You guys get to see all my mistakes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, like I said, I'm not getting the chat dings, so if I got my head down and I don't see your message, or anyone else for that matter, I do apologize. I'm not intentionally ignoring. I especially felt that inside his helmet I left it just a little too dark. And to be clear, I didn't think it looked bad. I was pretty happy, but once I put it up next to the rest of the clones that I had worked on, he just looked way too dark next to them. Especially the Phase 2 troopers that I had set aside as the 212th. Yeah, it's already turning out a lot better. So, sorry, I know I'm in the zone right now. Um, got a pretty cool idea from Quantum Reveries on Thursday when I raided Monster Den Minis. Thursday night, I worked on a dark side variation. Oh, I moved all in the way. A dark side variation of Obi-Wan Kenobi. I have 2 identical sculpts for Obi-Wan Kenobi. I got one with the Republic starter set, and one with the heroes of the Clone Wars. So I didn't know what to do with the second one. Didn't want to paint 2 Obi-Wan Kenobis the same way. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was a fun little different. That was the other thing. Even though it was very basic, it was just black tunic, dark gray pants, and red lightsaber. Nothing else was really different. The eyes are too small to really get in and give them like orange eyes or anything. Um, but it was one that I didn't have any source material to look at. It's just all in my head, which is good for me because I'm very difficult. It's very difficult for me to do things without some type of a reference. Um, but as I was explaining that, Quantum Reveries said, "Oh, kind of like my white armor Darth Vader," which is a bummer. He didn't stream last night because I'd really like to see that, even though I can already picture it in my head. I'd still like to see what he did, just to see, because he's an amazing painter. But I think I'm gonna do the same thing. I have 4 Darth Vader models from Legion. I got one from an old, I'm gonna zoom out one more, sorry. Just to make sure I'm not painting off the camera. I got one from an old Commander set. I got one from the Imperial or Empire starter box. And I think those 2 were identical sculpts. Then I got a different sculpt with the Blizzard Force box. And then another from the there was a newer Commander set for Darth Vader and what is it, General Veers? So yeah, 4 Darth Vader miniatures, 3 different sculpts or poses. I am a huge fan of Darth Vader, but that doesn't mean I want to paint 4 of them. So, yeah, one of them is definitely gonna be a white armor. Now there's still some other... Oh, what's up, Antifreeze? How are you doing today? Good to hear. Yeah, as I said, I'm not getting the... For whatever reason, I'm not getting the alerts with the chat. I keep getting into the zone, so if I miss messages, I do apologize in advance. Oh, yeah. There you go. I should probably just, make you a mod, Texas. You're here enough. Some work stuff. Fun work stuff or crappy work stuff? Weekend DNS transfers. What are DNS transfers? I mean, weekend work in general is a bunch of suck. DNS from one provider to another and mirroring the records. So a lot of paperwork. Sorry, my brain is my brain's not functioning very well today. A little bit of a stressful week. So everything works on Monday. It's coming too soon. Yeah, that still doesn't make it any more fun. But you're done now? Or are you still working on it? Yeah, I get it. Get high. Done. All done. Good. You know, so far, thankfully, I haven't had to really do any weekend work. I missed a lot of spots. Tons. Some of it's intentional, some of it is not. Yeah, since this is Rex, I'm putting more effort in him than I do on a normal clone. But yeah, you better let the dog out, or you gotta clean a mess. Look back at your memories. No, I'm good. Yeah, this week at work kinda kinda burned me out a bit. Yesterday was a long day. Yeah, punched in the face and bit by a student, so that was fun. Okay, so your work week, nerd, was a little bit worse than mine. I did not get punched in the face. I did not get bit by a student. So we are doing a little better than you. Well, at least that's good. You don't have to deal with them on Monday. Where were you where were you subbing at? Prison or okay. I was gonna say, I mean that does sound like some of the stories I've heard about Las Vegas high schools. What's up, Manoa? That wouldn't be too much for me to bear. You start classes Monday. I'll really be working over the next few months. Okay. Start classes that you're taking or that you're teaching? Taking. Okay. What kind of classes? So you can become a teacher. Okay. Brave man. What do you want to teach? I mean, hey, depending on where you're teaching, you could be getting got it at the same time. Special ed, okay. And I'm not talking about the random acts of violence. I'm talking about, I mean, the Vegas schools are not that bad, but they're bad. I think as a state we're ranked like 49th in the union here. Our you don't want to put your kids into Las Vegas public education. Yeah, 49th out of 50. 22 years, 8th grade English lit. Kudos to her. Oh no. So he was like me at work. Absolutely. Pass it on to her. To be a teacher for 22 years, I mean, it's an accomplishment. Do have a lot of respect for the majority of teachers. Yeah, some are not. Some have become jaded and disillusioned and are no longer good, but teachers that are sadly putting their own money into supplies and sacrificing time, that's honorable. Well, depending on where she teaches, hopefully she doesn't have PTSD. Where Vegas gets it right is we've got a lot of like charter and magnet schools. Those are pretty good. Okay. Yeah, that's it's one of the nicer things about teaching is the pension. Again, if you're one of those, you're one of the good teachers. You definitely deserve that pension. I don't remember hearing correct me if I'm wrong, but Dallas schools are at least in the areas around, are pretty good, aren't they? Every area has bad schools and good schools, but some areas like to ramp up the bad. Ad will start pretty soon, but don't go nowhere. It'll be over quickly. Okay. So you're more suburban school. Yeah, growing up, I was just outside Milwaukee. Obviously, Milwaukee schools are very not good. Wisconsin doesn't have the best education record, but where I went in Menomonee Falls was pretty, we were one of the higher ranked schools, thankfully. This make differences. Special ed department. So I'll sub in the district until college. Place me student teaching. Oh, hold on one second. Okay, welcome back. Yeah, no, you're right, nerd. That's where you work and the support you have makes a huge difference in anything. Yeah, if you're in an area that their education or any other job, if you're not supported, make it a very miserable day. Just a tad bit more. Oh, yeah. Doesn't look like, at least here in Vegas, it doesn't look like it's letting up anytime soon. Yesterday, in the factory. Oh my goodness. think also some of the storms that were potentially coming in brought some humidity here, and it was miserable. The nice 80 here in Cincinnati. The only thing about the Midwest, though, like Cincinnati, Indiana, is you guys have the humidity. At least here, it's just dry for the most part. Yeah, we're going to be in the hundreds. But we don't have, even, correct me if I'm wrong, Texas has the humidity. Yeah, once it rains here in the valley, then it gets extra miserable. Even though a lot of times the rain cools it down, all the warehouses and factories here are equipped with swamp coolers. Those don't work in humidity. So antifreeze and Texas Warsmith are in the Dallas area, and Nerd Central is in Ohio. Gotta try to remember some of this stuff. That's right, you were very close to Oklahoma. It's a very, very, very remote possibility. I haven't completely written it off. There's a part of me that wouldn't mind moving to Oklahoma City. Yeah, my girlfriend, who's not there, she's probably lurking, but not paying attention. She spent much of her time in the States, in Wiley, right just south of Dallas, I think. Southeast Oklahoma. Does that get because the one challenge that I hear always about Oklahoma, and even when I was living in Missouri, they had some of this, is the tornadoes and the flooding. I'd be looking north of Oklahoma City, the Edmonds area. Central part of the state, okay. Oh yeah, Ohio, Wisconsin kind of we were far enough south in Wisconsin that we would still get some tornadoes. Nothing ever bad. But I would remember the warnings and living there, all that crap. Okay. Yeah, in my mind, that's too many. Where's Meeple? Or what is Meeple? Yeah, they will. It might still be a little cold. A gaming con in Kansas City, okay. Yeah, I guess anything under 100 degrees is nice to me. Sorry, anything under 90. And the Depticon is in April, though, isn't it, this year? Or, sorry, next year? So it's... You might still get snow. I've seen snow on May 1st. But it should be pretty nice. That's, one of my favorite times, in Wisconsin. Started to sort of warm up. Of course they did. Gen Con had a tornado. Well, I told most of you when I went to Wisconsin in June, we drove right through a tornado on the Colorado-Nebraska border. And there was nowhere to take shelter. So the rental got beat up by hail. That was fun. Still is. Still dealing with the rental insurance and the rental company. Food being wiped out during Gen Con. Mixed berry Celsius is pretty good. Food wiped out from the storm, or food wiped out like what happened at, I think, the first time they did a Depticon in Milwaukee? And the restaurants weren't prepared and they ran out of food? That still makes me laugh. Us nerds we eat. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that would suck for everybody. If you're a food vendor or just there to eat. Uh-oh. I knew I was hearing something weird. Now I just heard my printer error out. What did it mess up? Oh, let's see what the error is. Oh, filament ran out. Give me half a second. Yeah, I got 5 hours left on that print. This is one I've had to reprint a couple times. So thankfully it's not a... I could hear some weird noises. I thought maybe it hit something or knocked something over. Thankfully not. Alright. Knight or Great Unclean One. I mean, I'm always going to vote for Knights. I think they're BA. Great Unclean One looks great, but it's disgusting. It's unclean. It needs to wash. I don't remember, last time you were on, I did a very quiet lurk. I don't even know. I don't think I even said hi to you. Sorry. I'm horrible at that. I don't even remember what you were working on. Because you were done with the tank. Okay, so now white blue to wrap these guys up. Oh, you did have both of them? Did I pop out a lurk and say anything? Yeah, I think, I'm not even remembering what day it was. No, whatever day it was, I kept my stream streak. That was the most important thing for me. Thursday. Okay. Is it late Thursday? Had to have been. Did I? Oh my goodness, this is not a good sign, guys. Okay, so I must have popped in, started talking, and then I blacked out. Yeah, I was up later Thursday too, so... I think yesterday just blocked everything of this last week out. Like I said, I knew it was going to be a long, tough day. But it was just a stressful day. Don't get me wrong, I got a good boss right now. Sometimes, I don't know what it is, I just feel kind of an anxiety. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, there was a lot going on yesterday. I sit back and look, I'm like, okay, it was only 10 hours. So it's not like it was the longest day of my life. I think part of it is because I was awake 1 a.m. yesterday. There's gonna be some stress that I'm gonna have to deal with come Monday. Our customer service rep walked off the job yesterday. We're already a small team. There's like a dozen of us. Not that it surprised me, but I thought things were starting to smooth over with her. Some of her grievances were kind of going away. Apparently not. Yeah, part of the grievance was against me. Not that that surprised me. She's what I would describe as a professional victim. Rules don't apply to her. All in all, not the worst thing for her to leave. Just poor timing. And the guy that I'm hoping kind of step in and cover, he's not much longer for this job. They kind of did him just a little dirty, and that doesn't seem like it's getting fixed. Pretty much with him, as soon as he gets his green card, he's gone. Although that has been a little delayed. The company's not helping him like they promised. Another problem. So he's been trying to do it on his own. But you gotta basically, you gotta show immigration that there's a reason you should be pushed ahead of everyone else waiting in line. So he's got an immigration lawyer helping him, but his sorry, words are tough. His paperwork, it says needs more information. Good for me, sucks for him. Good for me because I've really grown to depend on him. God, shoot, that was way too much. There, it's better. Fixed. Now, hopefully, this is the end of the hemorrhaging of staff since my boss left. Everybody that's left is kind of part of my hand-picked crew. Okay. I think this guy's now good. Can't say that at all, but I promise you, he's good. Again, this guy was already done, but he was just, his armor was way too dark. So my whole thing was just to brighten it back up. Then I figured while I was working on a clone the same way, I could bring him over and do the same. Edge highlighting sucks. Just so you know. Boom. His armor's done. Let's grab... Which one was it? This one. Red orange. Just touch up a couple spots on Cody. Yep. I just had seen a couple spots that I knew, as I was brightening his armor up. Yeah, that's all I did with him. I just brightened his armor. A little. I'm gonna go in a little bit more now. Thanks, nerd. I just realized that some of this is still way too shadowy. Way too shadowy. Yeah. All right. That's more than good enough. So what I do need Okay. I might have to redirect that fan. I keep hearing the feedback on it. Well, I'm not done. His gun holsters are close to white. Much closer to his armor color. I thought they were a dark gray. Yeah. That's good. We're at about 2 hours. I'm gonna take a break, prep my drinks, all that good stuff, and then we will try to finish this guy up today. So, hang on, everybody. I'll be right back. Okay, back. Mostly just using this to touch up what's going to be either dark gray or black. Beautiful. All right. What's up, Painting? Happy Saturday. I'm starting to feel that. Like I need a nap. And it's not even noon yet. But yes, go take a nap. I will see you later, which... I will see you later. I might just be lurking, but I will be there. I'm definitely feeling fatigue catching up. It ain't bad to the point that I'm making mistakes yet. That's usually when I know it's time to throw in the towel. But you can always kind of tell when I go quiet, I'm getting tired, or I'm stuck in my head. Ooh, it almost stripped. We're actually almost done with him. I gotta do the blue now. He's got blue stripe running down each shoulder to his hand. A blue T basically surrounding the brim of his visor down to his mouth, and then two little, whatever those triangle things are. He's got a blue stripe on each kneecap. Where it's going to get challenging, not really, but is the brim of his whatever that skirt thing is. It's all going to be a little challenging, especially since let's move some of these. I can't just put the blue stripes on. I gotta probably do a mixture of dark blue and highlight certain areas. And I don't want to, but this guy so far is looking pretty dang good. Dark blue. I'm pretty happy with where he's at. But this is, Rhett's is easily my favorite. All right. Ugh. Oh, that switch images, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, we're good. I think. Okay, let's be smart. Put too much work into this. And the last thing I want to do is have to go back and touch up the white armor. When I did the Rex for that came in the Heroes of the Clone Wars set, all the stuff on the helmet was sculpted in. Which he doesn't have that much that I'll have to freehand, but my hands are not that steady right now. Oh, dang. Sorry, nerd. I missed all your messages. Okay, now you're getting sweaty. Yes, the markings are so hard for me. Look, Blue's got a stamping plate made with... Yeah, that would be so... Uh, that would be so helpful. You don't understand, nerd. This is Rex. Like I said, this is like my favorite, definitely my favorite clone. One of my favorite Star Wars characters. I mean, that's how most of my clone troopers are, but... Oh. Problem is, these are gonna get sent, pictures of these will get sent to my, my nephews, and, they can't tell who I'm painting. I'll hear it. Now where it's going to get real crazy is that's just the dark blue. Some of these areas I'm gonna be redoing with either light blue or not light blue, but blue, or a mix of dark blue and light blue. So everything is at least traced out. But now I gotta go back and sure that my blue markings have the same level of shading and lighting as the armor does. Which I haven't. I mean, I did, like you can see on Cody. You can see a little bit of the highlighting on some of the orange areas. Like on his shoulder plates, kind of bad highlighting, but whatever. This is Rex. It's gotta look great. So I did all the first layer, whatever you want to call it. It's just dark blue. Now I'm mixing dark blue and blue to create a nice bridge between dark blue and blue. What's kind of crazy, I guess, if I do pull the trigger on these STL files that I found, which are from the Clone Wars TV series, when they go to a frozen moon, and they're helping the Pantorans fight the Tals. which the Tals are those white, purring, kind of tribal, four-eyed aliens. You see one in Cantina. In A New Hope, that is. Yeah, so there's a sculptor that did the clones. Yeah, did them in all their winter gear. They got some of those speeders that are more winter. They've got Anakin and Obi-Wan. Let's see, Padme and Plo Koon, all with winter gear. So there's a pretty good chance, if I decide to get all that I will be painting a third Rex. Because this is the second one. I got one in the Heroes of the Clone Wars box. That was phase 2. I made this guy phase 1. Yeah, I haven't decided yet. Because I got those in my cart, and I've got what is it? This, I don't even remember, the Star Core or something. Ayla Sakura's clones, along with a Ayla Sakura model. What kind of printer do you got? I know we're about to get an ad here. Welcome back. So you got a FlashForge A5M. I've heard about FlashForge. I don't know anything. Are they good? Bad? Is that resin? Or is that filament? I thought it was resin. Filament, okay. I don't know why I thought it was a resin printer, but yeah, filament's hard for miniatures. Yep. I've got So I've got a bamboo. So I think my mic just cut out. I've got a bamboo H2V. I've got it printing parts for a it's the Arc something Starfighter. One of those X-Wing looking ones from the Clone Wars. We saw it in Revenge of the Sith in the opening scene. But then I've got the Mars Elegoo Mars 5 Ultra or whatever. 16-inch K2SO. Oh, that'll be nice. Where'd you get the sculpt from? Oh, dang it. Exactly what I didn't want to do. Ah, okay. Yeah, there's a few, I've gotten a lot of really cool models, like, vehicle models off of, Gambody. It's a little pricier. Ooh. And then, I had found Warblade Studios quite a while ago. They sculpt, Legion and Shatterpoint, but they do mostly, like what you call command units or whatever. I've got about 20 of them in there. Things that Legion, or that Atomic Mass Games doesn't make. So like Luminara Unduli, Barriss Offee, Qui-Gon Jinn, old Ben Kenobi, Kit Fisto, things like that. To as free as possible, print it on A8C droid tank. But looks crappy, it will work for a game. And oh yeah, because those are stupid expensive. And you'd be surprised how many creators are out there. I didn't realize. So I found, let's see. We're gonna pause the painting for just a second. So I found this guy, David Chef Models, and he's got his Gumroad with a bunch of random different franchises. Some are just sci-fi, others look familiar to like the Alien franchise. Let's see. Come on, where are you? There we go. So he's done a lot of like lava stormtroopers. And he does both Imperial and Rebels with different terrain. So there you got your Rebels, the gorillas. You got some terrain pieces, a magma and rider, whatever that is. Then we got our jungle. Same deal. You got your jungle troopers, some cool looking bikes. With jungle scout troopers. You got your gorillas up. You got the whole and this was an episode in the Clone Wars where the Trandoshans are hunting the Wookiees right there. You got deserts. Bunch of cool sculpts. Scout troopers with sand gear or whatever. Got your rebels, got your okay, there's I just forgot his name, but him riding on the Blord from Mandalorian. Some Jabba's palace stuff. Tusken Raiders. There's our Rancor eating the Gamorrean. Cloud City. Same deal. This was the one that really caught my attention with his, was the Arctic stuff. So you got your regular snow troopers, which I already have too many of those. But then, where are you? Oh yeah, there we go. You got the scout troopers, but more snow style, with speeder bikes, all that. I got those and printed them off. And I think he's got, a bunch of the quad mech pilots, AT-AT pilots. I think that's it. But he posted something a long time ago after I found him. As I was searching, he had a post, and he listed off half a dozen plus names. He basically was gonna not sculpt anymore because people were just sharing his models instead of buying them. And so, like, I've pulled a few of them up, because when he was quitting, he said, here's some other sculptors. Now, he's back, but, you got Dark Fire Designs on My Mini Factory, with all kinds of cool stuff. Skullforge, Warbear, some pretty cool. A lot of them are on their Gumroad. Oh, so yeah, this is what's all in my cart. Your Star Corps, which is Ayla Secura's group. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's Rex with his snow gear. Just regular clones with their snow gear. There you got Obi-Wan, or I think that's Anakin. Obi-Wan was right before him. I think Ralph's other clones on speeders. Padme with the snow gear. And Plo Koon. Haven't decided on those yet, but then what was this last one? Oh, Anvil Rage, which again has a lot of the various and some sculpts that they don't have. These are a little, well, the paints look good, but the sculpt renderings do look a little funny. But then you see the miniatures. That's an interesting rendition of Yoda. So yeah, they've got quite a few sculptors out there that are doing like battle droids and stormtroopers, and well, I've bought most of the Legion stuff. Sometimes it's easier just to resin print than it is to, it took me most of the night to do, putting all those stormtroopers together. Now, of course, that presents a whole new challenge for me in that I am trying to finish my Republic and Separatist armies so that I can start painting Imperial armies, and here I am finding more sculpts for the Clone Wars. Ah, okay. You still building the on that website you were on a while back? Ah, okay. Very cool. You know, I've also had some success with frontline wargaming, frontline gaming. Um, whether just finding discounted miniatures or even already pre-made. Yeah, that's I just found just recently they got a bunch of Obi-Wan with his armor. And I found an old Luke. I don't remember. I don't know if it was you that was telling me about him. From the original Rebel starter set. I think it was you. Where it's him with Because the new starter set has him with the award ceremony garb, but the old one had more like Cloud City Luke. And I was able to find a model off of Frontline Gaming. So since this guy's already got a little squad painted, well, it's not a mess up, it is what it is. I was trying to paint all these with gray earth, but this guy ended up getting or his group ended up getting gold armor, or gold, sorry, wow, gold basing gold earth. Since his regiment is or his squad. Sounds good. Enjoy the lurk, nerd. I should probably, since I got all these exclamation commands working now, should probably get my lurk one set up. And that's a wrap. So, this guy was already done. Beginning of the stream, I worked on lightening his armor up. I left too much of my base and kind of my mid or whatever, shadow, whatever, showing. It was a darker white armor, and when you put him next to the other clones in his little unit, it didn't look right. And then this guy I had painted, base coated his armor, and started putting down a second color. So I just did kind of the mid and the highlight for the armor, but then went and did all his the guns, little whatever shoulder plate, all that stuff, and then all the blue trim. Make Rex. Oh. Well. I don't think I want to start on something else. I know I'm still a little early. Oh, not too early. I usually try to get off by about noon my time. Well, you know, we're gonna raid visit the Chronicler. What is he working on? Parasite. Huh. Yeah. We're gonna raid over to him. I think I'm done for a bit. I might go prime a bunch of miniatures. I will be back definitely next Thursday. My schedule Thursday I try to get on by 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Friday, probably before that. Saturday, by 9 a.m. I'm always on earlier than that, but that's the latest I'll be on. Next Wednesday is a possibility. We'll see how work goes. We'll see how I'm feeling. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday are definites. So if you're not following, throw a follow so that you get the alerts when I go live. I'm going to start the raid. So stick around. If you're not already following, visit the Chronicler. I would advise it. Amazing painter, good streamer. Probably still working on Clones Republic next week. We'll see how far I get over the rest of this weekend. But yeah, appreciate everybody hanging out and sticking around. Also appreciate the conversation and the lurks. So, you guys all have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully we see you next Wednesday or Thursday. Thursday definitely, but Wednesday maybe. We'll see. And as always,